Thursday Night Football under the bright lights of legendary Lambeau Field in week number 2. Hello, everybody, and welcome down to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where the Washington Commanders take the field, led by Commander Jayden Daniels at QB1, ready today to take on a hungry and ferocious Green Bay Packers squad, led by Jordan Love. As both teams take the field, week number 2 ready to get underway from legendary Lambeau Field at 1265 Lombardi Avenue. And hopefully you guys enjoyed week number 1. Neither one of these two teams did, however. Commanders falling victim to the biggest upset of the week with a loss at home to the New York Giants. And then the Packers fell victim to a team that they have fallen victim to many, many times over and over again. The Detroit Lions, 15-2 last year, already 1-0 with a road win over Green Bay, looking to get it right here at home for the second consecutive week as we are underway. And a return taken by the Packers. Jordan Love will open up here as 10-minute quarters are back by popular demand. Love at the Arsenal. The Utah State Aggie ready to get to it. As we welcome everybody joining me here today, SM, Chili Santoriu, John Zeller, FR Martin, Moki PCP, LaShawn, and everybody else joining me throughout. Glad to have you guys here for week number 2. Josh Jacobs beginning in the backfield to the right side of Jordan Love. 5-man rush coming. Love will fire this one left side, and Jaden Reed hangs on through a big hit by Mike Sandstrom. What up, Devontae Prod? Big game today for the Pick'em. For those of you not in the Discord, getting stats for Jaden Debo. Got you. Forgot about the early fantasy implications for our little members and mods game. Talk more about that throughout the game. Jaden Reed gets us started with a 3-yard pickup. Here is Love now off the play action. Trying to go right back to his main man. And he overshot him that time. Quan Martin, the safety, in coverage. And while we are on the topic of players' stats and other things that matter, the Pick'em had 32 submissions by the final turn-in time. And this game was a 16-16 split right down the middle. Green Bay facing a 3rd and 7 on their opening drive. Love backpedaling, hit as he fires, and this will wind up an incompletion. Terrific opening drive for this hungry Washington defense that really did their job against the New York Giants, only giving up 21 total points, but collapsed when it mattered most on the Russell Wilson game-winning drive. What up, EG Pro? And on for the punt here is Daniel Wellen, wearing number 19. Minimal pressure there. And Washington will have a chance to return. It's Luke McCaffrey across the 30-yard line. Questionable choice there, I thought, for a minute. But a good decision nonetheless. Picks up 7 on the return. And here comes JD5. Had a chance to lead a game-winning drive last week. Madden kind of cost him when it came to clock management. Hopefully now with 10-minute quarters, though, he won't have to worry about time being a huge factor. Is it wheeling? Okay, I got you. I will fix that. JD5 from the empty after a quick opening drive for the Packers goes 3 and out. JD5 looking to provide the opening first down. Nearly gets there. It's an 8-yard pickup on the quarterback scramble. Fun fact, by the way, this was just released, I think, recently, of quarterback rushes, the percentages of quarterback rushes that are QB sneaks versus just random scrambles. Jalen Hurts at 41% QB sneak, Daniels 0. Scary Terry in press coverage at the top of the screen. Deebo Samuel, a new Washington Commander as well, getting in on the action with his first touch of the football. And it will be a first down. So some early fantasy implications here for JD5 with the rush, and then Deebo with, I believe that'll go down as a catch. And we are doing PPR, right? That is the plan, I believe. That's what we did last year. New set of downs, though, for Washington. 54 yards away from a potential go-ahead touchdown here. Daniels, though, had to fire this one out of bounds. Good pressure there from the Packer front four. Same as last year. Sounds good. Works for me. Really not that accurate, but fair point. Ooh, okay. Got some bad beef in the chat. Daniels had to fire that one away because the blitz was coming, and again, it's hot. But Deebo Samuel hangs on. Through a hit, picks up 3. That is the nickel zero blitz the Packers love to send on their opponents, gets the quarterback uncomfortable. And even if he does find a receiver, going to be for a short gain as long as their nickelback can make it. Trying to make their own stop here on a 3rd and 7. Low snap is controlled. Daniels rolling left and again hit as he. Both of these defenses exchanging great respective possessions, and that'll wind up end of drive at the midfield stripe. What up, A-Rod? How about one? I got you today. Tressway on for the point. Looking to pin the Packers inside their own 20-yard line as this will skip right into the hands of Metcalf Hardman, and an injury to the special teammate of the Washington Commanders. See if that is a defensive starter. Sometimes Madden throws defensive starters in at special teams. Not today, though. It is all good. We have a little bit of lag there. Maybe at the tail end of that. Should be good to go now, though, as the Packers begin their second drive from their own 14-I formation. Handoff is to Josh Jacobs, heading the second level. A big gainer, 22 yards picked up on his opening carry, and another injury. This one going against the Packers. So that'll stop the clock with 7:16 to go in the opening quarter, but maybe a spark that was much needed from the former Raider in year number 2 with the Packers. It is number 2, right? He's been here. This will be his second year. I don't remember 100%. It's been a minute. Fullback in here, replacing the injured Sims. Handoff is to Jacobs again, finding another crease outside, lowering down the armbar across midfield. 22 and then 21 yards picked up on consecutive carries. And this man feeling angry here in the opening quarter. Went up retro. That was a nasty little run. When are you going to get that fiber optic 5G Ultra Gig connection, bro? Soon, hopefully. Love now looking to get in on the action with a pass for the first time on this drive. Well protected, and he will step up and do the rushing himself, sliding down at the 30 with the first down. And a gain of a baker's dozen. So that is 3 consecutive first down plays for this Packer offense. They are mobile and they are moving. Wow. 3 first downs in a row for the Packers. Can they keep it rolling? From the Commander 30, halfback draw is to Jacobs, and the answer is no. Daron Payne delivers some pain right into the chest of Josh Jacobs, a yard behind the line of scrimmage. That was brutal. What up, Cassim? Just throw a pick of the next play. A-Rod's trying to summon some demons in chat, I see. Love now with a bunch formation to his right on 2nd and 11. Pocket collapsing. Doesn't stop him from finding his favorite target, Jaden Reed. And that'll go down as a pickup of 18. On his second catch, Noah Igbenogany with the tackle. But the Packer into the red zone for the first time today, threatening to put the opening points on the board in week number 2. NFL is cooking with these matchups, you are correct. Extra blocker out there on 1st and 10. Midway through the opening quarter. Love looking to fire to the back of the end zone, and he is intercepted. Looks like Marshawn Lattimore. It's Mike Sandstrom. That'll work out nonetheless. There it is. Ding, ding, ding. Jordan Love's red zone flaws continue through a red zone interception in the second quarter last week and a bad start to week 2 here at home. Yikes. That is his 3rd interception of the year, which leads quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Obviously, nobody else has played 2 full weeks, but I'm not sure anybody else has 2 interceptions. Remind me if I'm incorrect, chat. Maybe Dak? Did Dak throw 2 picks in week 1? I'm not sure. What up, Big B? 3 total, yeah. Washington with the backbone of their defense. Back to it with a handoff to Brian Robinson Jr. Taken down by Quay Walker at the 26-yard line. Oh, that's right. Mason Rudolph has 2, and I think Fields only has 1, because the other turnover for the Jets was a fumble. But Jordan Brett Favre love, that's wild, but also accurate. Man. Half a dozen gain there on first down. Wraparound fake to Robinson, and Daniels going downfield, finding the old man Austin Eckler at the 49. Terrific pass, a gain of 23. His first touch is a big gainer. This is his second year with the Washington Commanders. I like to call last year the great divide of running backs. Everyone seemed to have found the new home last year. Eckler likely going to be playing a lot of running back 2 roles this year, just like last season, although they may need someone else after Brian Robinson Jr. dumped down by Isaiah McDuffie. Loss of 3. Currently, well, depending on where you're at in the States, could be anywhere from 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. It is 8:10 for me on the East Coast. Not really even the coast, to be honest. B-Rob will lose 3 on the handoff. And now an RPO right side. This will work out for a positive gain to Deebo Samuel, throwing his defender out of bounds at the 50-yard line, trying to get a read on who that was there. Looks like Xavier McKinney was the safety. He's so disrespectfully tossed out of bounds there. Now the person will make a big deal of it. Now 3rd and 8 from just about where the previous drive ended at the 49-yard line. Daniels down the middle, though. This is a different result. First down to the 34 in a 15-yard pickup for Noah Brown. Now Washington into field goal range with a Jair Alexander tackle to close the play down after first down is picked up. Back to it, here we go. No targets yet for the Buckeye up top, and that'll continue here. Deebo collects that one off of a hit by Nate Hobbs in the backfield. We'll get partial credit for the tackle. All the 1-yard pickup for Deebo. Sneaky good pick with Deebo. He's getting a lot of RPOs. I will give you that. That's a good choice there. Moving into the slot is the former 49er. 2 receivers left and right for Daniels. He'll go right side, checking it down to Noah Brown. And Jair Alexander right in his back pocket. After a 6-yard gain, inside the 30 we go. 2 minutes left in the opening quarter. First quarter will be done by now. Hard to think about that. No more scoreless opening quarters. That is the hope. Unless SM is right with what he smells on a short 3rd and 3. See if the Packers bring some pressure here. They rush forward. Daniels going downfield, wide open. Terry McLaurin for the opening touchdown. You could only contain him for so long. Washington strikes first. Well, press coverage on number 17. You will come to regret that eventually. Leaving his man, Keyshawn Nixon, in the dust. McLaurin with the opening TD in week number 2. And there you have it. Scary Terry. Off to a good one. And as expected from a 50-50 split in the pick'em, a lot of yeses and a lot of no's in the chat right now. I love it. No matter what happens here, people are going to go home happy. People are going to go home angry. Or, of course, the age-old wondrous tie that we are due for just about once a year. Extra point is up and good for Tress Way. And a terrific drive off of the interception by Jordan Love. Not even mad at Keyshawn Nixon. Yeah, fair enough. What up, games? It's all good. Tuning in for the opening touchdown of this game. What up, Levi? Yeah, Jordan Love threw his second red zone interception of the season. That one was bad, too. I mean, his one last week was terrible, but pretty sure that was on 1st and 10, if I'm not mistaken. I might have been wrong. Nonetheless, though, from like the 13-yard line, that was not a very good decision. Way on for the kickoff. Packers back in possession. Metcalf Hardman, longtime Kansas City Chief on the return. Upended at the 28. Jordan Love back to it. Looking to shake off the interception. Last time I said that, ended up throwing one that cost him a shot at the game in the 4th quarter against the Lions right here 5 simulation days ago. And that week 1 loss to the Lions. What up, King Chabert? Buck 38 to go in the opening quarter. Romeo Dobbs up top. Love being pressured, finds his big tight end. And this is Tucker Kraft for the first down. Gain of 14 and a terrific start to the drive for the Cheeseheads. Is it even for the works yesterday? We even beg or we even borrow, we even find a way. Inspiration coming out from Aaron. Fullback is in here. Jordan Love barking out orders to his offensive line. Off the play action to Jacobs. Right sideline pass on the money. Hauled in by Dobbs. And he did get the feet down right across midfield. All the way inside the 40-yard line, actually. Terrific corner out ran by Romeo Dobbs. And now the Packers looking to strike back immediately. Love off the bootleg, back-footed, downfield, and Jacobs collected that one and tried to run away with it. He'll take a yard and call it there. What up, Charles Thomas? Repping the Commanders in here today. Wow. Packers now going to work out of the empty. A little pump fake, and now a check down is caught by Tucker Kraft. Met immediately by the man who just intercepted Jordan Love, CB3 Mike. Oh, no, that didn't happen. His pick'em was deleted like an hour ago, and I don't feel bad about that whatsoever. Final play of the opening quarter was the 2-yard CFL as Jordan Love will not snap the ball. And half number 2, or quarter number 2, I should say, will begin with a 3rd and 11. Packers are on the cusp of field goal range. From the Commander 40-yard line, though, Love wants a first down or a touchdown. Step it up in the pocket, take it off himself, got it down the sideline. There goes Jordan Love, a gain of 25 on the scamper. What a run. And those are the quarterback escapability type of artistic plays you would love to see more often nowadays. Eagles Chiefs all the way on the 18th of June. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And this is right around where Love threw his opening interception. Looking to change it, goes outside. And the first catch of the year, actually, for Christian Watson. Oh, I didn't recognize that username, that's why. Yeah, I will be in Pittsburgh from the 11th through the 15th of June, and then some work scattered in between, so that's why that stream is as late as it is. Green Bay all the way up now to the 10-yard line. 5-step drop and a pass to Tucker Kraft. Boy, he has been paying the price every single time he has caught the football. There has not been one easy reception for Tucker Kraft at all throughout this one. That is brutal. 3rd and 2 now. Ball at the 8-yard line. Jordan Love going to fire this one back in the end zone. And there is the rookie, Matthew Golden, with his first career touchdown. I did not know that about Watson, actually. Jordan Love connecting with number 22. A rare catch, and the Packers strike right back with their own touchdown pass. What up, Anthony Clark? That's big time. I actually did not know that about Watson. Christian Watson return date. Towards ACL in January. I mean, I don't know if it's guaranteed to be week 12. We'll see. Extra point on the way and good for Brandon McManus. It says he'll probably return somewhere in the middle of the season. However, an ACL is very, very hit or miss. It takes some people longer and some people less time. We'll see what happens. But I suppose that's why he's lower in the depth chart. Maybe he wasn't even supposed to be on the field. Regardless, though, glad the rookie caught the touchdown and not Christian Watson. Went up to Goda. Big time. And the kickoff here for McManus going to Luke McCaffrey. That is right, a member of the McCaffrey family. Brother CMC, injured most of last year. Hope to see him make a good recovery as San Francisco looking to make a Super Bowl push 2 years after making it to the bowl and a year after missing the postseason. Yeah, 30 and stream. Whole lot of people in here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying opening game of week number 2. Drop a like if you have not yet already. 8.5 to go. Commanders looking to take their lead back with a commanding drive, beginning with Brian Robinson Jr. Smuggled under a couple of big fellas there up to the 30-yard line on the 5-yard carry. My opinion on the Niners, I think they will be a little bit stronger. I actually don't remember what I had them for in my final predictions. I will grab that in a minute. Washington, though, will take all these chunk plays they can get out of their running back. They would like a little bit more than a yard, though. Nate Hobbs denying any further yardage. Make the NFC chip, but lose to Detroit. I'm going to go back and find my predictions, actually. Somewhere here in my memories. Pull it up. After this play, pivotal 3rd and 4. In quarter number 2, Jaden Daniels sets his feet, fires this one. Dangerous, but it's caught and pulling away for the first down is Brian Robinson Jr. What a play. That was a significant run after catch. Looked like he would run out of room, but he has the awareness and the professional ability to find a way up the sideline. Once again, a new set of downs for JD5. Now with 9 completions. Looking for number 10 on 1st and 10. He'll step up instead, avoiding a sack. A heads-up play from QB1. That looks very realistic, actually. Nothing too bad there. I have the Niners finishing as the 2 seed, but losing to the 7-seeded Lions. How about that? In my predictions, so not too far off there, Chili. Ball up to the 43 now after the scaper from Daniels. He'll check this one down complete for the first down. And let's see, that is Austin Eckler. Losing in the divisional. Fair enough. What up, Trex? Halfway moved over there. Good for you, my friend. Chiefs back to the ball. That's fair. Nearing midfield is Daniels from the 49, checking it down, caught by Deebo Samuel, breaking free down the sideline. There goes Deebo. 51 yards, and the Commanders take the lead right back. That is nothing but a beautiful play design from Dan Quinn. Little screen action up the sideline, and let Deebo do the rest with his speed. Well, there goes Chili running away with the fantasy already. That's a big-time play. What is that, 12.1 fantasy points when it's all said and done? That is huge. Deebo will be an interesting fantasy pick, I would agree. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Looking to tack this on and replenish a 7-point lead, which he will do so. 14-7 now the score. Quick touchdown drive for the Washington Commanders. And that's them asking the age-old question. I think I have a spreadsheet of it this time, actually. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. And find SM in here somewhere. SM, you have the Packers today. Not a good play there for you. Plenty of time, though, however. Rest assured. Talk about the fantasy members and mods thing here after this kickoff. Going back to the Green Bay Packers. Looks like this might be the rookie. Golden on the return. And I think I'm wrong about that. That was Keyshawn Nixon up to the 31-yard line. But yes, if you are a moderator or a member, you are invited to a private little fantasy thing we do, where each one of us picks a quarterback, wide receiver, running back, and a tight end at the beginning of a sim week. And whoever finishes with the most combined fantasy points based off of a legitimate scale will, I guess, just win bragging rights for now. Haven't really made anything official. Little fun thing to do, though, in chat. The Pack is back down by a touchdown here. Jordan Love looking for another great touchdown drive through traffic, and Jaden Reed couldn't hang on. Terrific pass breakup by another veteran in the backfield, Bobby Wagner. Had the responsibility of keeping up with the speedy youngster. Yeah, Jaden Reed could not come down. He is a member of the Legion of Boom. Nothing's coming easy there. One of the few remaining members of that significant defense from the early 2010s. Checked down, caught with one hand, and then eventually dropped. That is the risk that you take with that right there. Romeo Dobbs couldn't hold it in, and Games becomes a member with the invitation. Appreciate you, my friend. Throw you in that here very, very shortly. Sure, we can squeeze you in week number 2. Why not? Much appreciated. Packers now facing a 3rd and 10 and some extra pressure, which is going to get home. It's McGee with an 8-yard sack. I can't even tell you the last time we had a member on the channel. Jordan McGee, though, going to end this drive one way or another. Washington will get the football right back. Heck yeah. Shout out Games in chat, man. Extremely generous. Ways up to the Pacers game. I've not even seen the score of that is, actually. Pacers are up 3 right now, nearing the end of the opening quarter. I expect that game to be close throughout the end. Punt coming up here for Daniel Whelan. Boots this one away. Luke McCaffrey with some returnability up the left sideline. Good vision. And he will dive forward up to the 47-yard line. I think memberships are $4.99 a month. Cancel any time, though. Believe it's what it's set at right now. Could be wrong. And I think you have to go through PC to get it. Not sure if you can do it from mobile. Some channels I found it on, some I haven't, but it is the join button underneath the channel. A lot of extra green jerseys at the line of scrimmage, and linebackers will drop. So will Daniels here as he is taken down for an 8-yard sack. Rashad Gary gets home. Did it on your phone? Okay, well, some phones do work, apparently. Some channels are hit or miss, but there you go. Bottom right-hand corner. Okay, gotcha. Glad to know mobile does have that. But yeah, Games, I think you are already in the Discord, correct? We'll add you to the little private chat and have you select a team. Daniels loses 8 of his own. Deebo Samuel in motion again. Motions in and back out, 9 on the play clock. Snap is taken. Daniels with a hand in his face delivers this one. Beautiful pass to McLaurin. Catch number 2. 3rd and 5 coming up from the 48-yard line. Wow, the Dodgers are handing it to the Yankees right now. 10-0 in the 3rd inning. Goodness gracious. That is despicable. 3rd and medium from the Packer 48-yard line. Blitz coming. 6-man rush is going to get home in a heap. Edgerrin Cooper with the sack. And Charles Thomas with a membership. 2 new members. Let's go, baby. Yeah, legitimately, it has been TDR and John Zeller for, I think, 20 consecutive months were the only members on the channel. And now we get 2 in the same day. Love to see it. I got to give John Zeller a lot of this the credit for bringing up the idea of a mini fantasy game to play. It's been a lot of fun. It's been real, though. Chili is not a member, no. He was like the OG, though, of the channel. Tressway on for the punt. Commander's drive also does not go according to plan. And this punt, unfortunately, does not have the correct spin. It'll wind up in touchback. With 3:16 to go in the half, the Packers looking to tie us up. It'll be the Commanders to receive the second half kickoff. $80 yards to the end zone. Yeah, I think Chili was in, the 4th stream ever? Which, most of my first 20 streams, I don't think anybody watched at all, so. Packers begin this endeavor from the 20-yard line. Tucker Kraft motions out into a stack formation as he is the recipient of the pass, diving forward to pick up 8 yards after the hit there. Trying to see who that was on the initial defensive effort. And Quan Martin will get credit for the combined tackle on the stat sheet. Plenty of time to go here, though, for Matt LaFleur's offense. 2nd and 2. Pressure coming again. Not picked up whatsoever. And McGee's got sack number 2. Leaving that man out there to dry in the night sky. Jordan McGee. Not even touched. I think that was Tucker Kraft's responsibility. Not one time was he even considered. Yeah, Charles Thomas and Games, make sure to DM me on Discord later. Get you in there ASAP. Time is ticking away here just before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and long coming up for Jordan Love. Flushed out left into another sack. Number 3 today for Washington. Dietrich Wise Jr. into the scorebook. 4th and 20. What a hungry defense this is in Washington. Phillip Rivers got better protection than Jordan Love. That will win you the pin comment of the day after he takes sack number 3. 2-minute warning reached here at legendary Lambeau Field. Not a lot of cheering going on after a drive like that. Daniel Whelan now heels in his own end zone, booting this one away from the chalk of the goal line. End over end kick. And again, returnable for Luke McCaffrey. Got to hang on to that football. Very nearly got stripped out. Up to the 49, though. Terrific return. And great opening field position for the 2-minute drill as Washington's offense back to it. There we go. Crowd on their feet here, under 2 to go in the opening half. Daniels looking to add to an already touchdown lead. Heaving this one deep to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. One to Deebo Samuel for touchdown number 2. That connection off by a beat and a half. Fire that one a little bit too high into the outside. Hot take, Jordan McGill will replace the legend B-Wags before the end of the season. I like it. Showing some promise here. Both defenses getting hungry. 5 combined sacks in this one. Daniels on 2nd and 10. Step it up again. Done this quite a bit today. And it's worked out every single time. An 8-yard pickup. Makes it 3rd and 2. Now this becomes a chess match of who wants to take a timeout when. This play will tell you a lot about who will put their foot on the floor. And a man of stoppage. Packers again looking to force a stop defensively. Daniels down the field, wide open. Good stop route there by Noah Brown. Up to the Packer 32-yard line, and neither team reaching for a timeout. Washington complacent to play it out for a little bit here, as we are into the final minute of the opening half. A-Rod playing on the downfall. JD5 again. Packers could use a turnover of their own from the 32-yard line. Downfield, wide open. McLaurin pulls away to the end zone. What a play. Scary Terry in for touchdown number 2. Wow. And a terrific opening half for Jaden Daniels. There is touchdown number 3 and his 2nd connection today with the Ohio State Buckeye. Scary Terry, baby. There he goes. You love to see it. All right, how about that? And for Games and Charles Thomas, by becoming new members, I will let you guys pick out, obviously, your favorite team and a little emote that you guys get too, if you haven't noticed already. Should have unlocked the MSG, the Night, the Bear Down, and the Fly Eagles Fly emote. I think I can only have 5 at a time. Might be wrong, though. I might unlock more with more members. So let me double check that. But yeah, definitely going to add a Commanders. And I guess I could add a Ravens block. Why not? But that is a big-time passing touchdown. And they're loving it. There are the emotes there, showing them off as the new member Games. Packers back to it. Looking to chip away at this deficit before halftime. Not really a first half going according to plan. You know, MSG face emote, they're on Twitch somewhere. I gotta go find those. Those are deep in the files, but they do exist. 37 seconds left. Will the Packers be complacent with heading to halftime? Doesn't appear to be. They have all 3 timeouts, but Jordan Love been a very big turnover-happy quarterback in these scenarios. Josh Jacobs gets the screen pass, picks up 4. And the Packers interested maybe in a potential field goal attempt. What up, Leaky Nose 92? Shout out Terry the native, the Indy native. Yo, sirs, I love it. How are the Pacers doing right now? Let's get a ECF check. nearing the end of the half. They are ahead by 1 in the second. Love from under center. Looking to throw the football here. Packers down to 2 timeouts, and now they are down a handful of extra yards as well. Deron Payne. And yeah, that is some pain delivered to Jordan Love. 8-yard loss on the play, 3rd and 14, and Washington wants the football back. I think the Yankees actually just hit a homer. Yeah, Aaron Judge just went yard. But you are correct, it is BTA. Packers now going to run the football here, forcing Washington to burn a timeout. Handoff is to Jacobs up the middle. Upended at the 30. And now the Commanders still want at least a field goal attempt from Matt Gay right before the end of the opening half, which has been significantly lopsided. Kind of been that way since that Jordan Love interception. 14-0 run right now for the Commanders in week number 2. Both teams looking for their first win of the season on Thursday Night Football. Wheeling on for the punt. Wheels this one away to an awaiting Luke McCaffrey up the sideline. Got some good blocking. Doesn't stop him from getting clobbered, though, at the 37-yard line by Nate Hobbs. And, yeah, that's not Nate Hobbs. No, it's not. Former Raider, who I was getting yelled at for having in the game as if he's not CB3 on ESPN. My bad. Washington has 1 timeout, looking to get into field goal range here is Jaden Daniels with a check down to Zachary Ertz. His first catch today is an 8-yard gain. That's not going to help him out, though. Having to burn their final timeout, they will look to a sideline here from the 46-yard line. Rip the AirPods. Deron Payne, my favorite LeBron James name sounded like. I like that. Deron Payne, LeBron James. Okay, I can see that. That is creative. Daniels now going to look for a sideline. Washington out of timeouts. He will actually fire this one deeper than expected. Pocket collapse, nothing open downfield. Live to see another play. Deep corner to Debo. If the Packers give up something here, man, I don't know what to tell you. I, for one, don't think it'll happen. See if they launch it here, though. 2 shots to the end zone, potentially, depending on if a play is broken. Daniels going to fire this one out of bounds again, though. Kind of a smart move. If something opens up downfield, take it. If not, throw it away. And have one last go at it on 4th down. I don't mind this play. Redskins have too many weapons. Well, they had quite a few. What is this decision? Yuck! Commanders not going to risk a pick 6 here. Tressway on for the punt, getting this one away out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and we have hit halftime with Washington ahead by 14. I mean, okay. I actually thoroughly did not expect Madden to make a terrible decision like that. However, I have had a recent updating from some moderators in chat that we will be getting coaching-like decisions coming up in Madden 26. That means a Dan Campbell-led team is significantly more likely to go for it on 4th and medium from their own 35-yard line. So hopefully that applies to simulations as well. I'm pretty sure it should, but who knows? Here we go in half number 2, though, with a return by Luke McCaffrey, pulling away to the exterior. A great return out to the 32-yard line. That is where Jaden Daniels will take over. That was yuck. Yuck is the only thing I can produce out of that. Welcome to the channel. Madden SMH. It is disappointing, isn't it? Who knows, though? Teams saw that 100-yard pick 6 a couple of years ago from the Miami Dolphins on Black Friday football. Maybe don't want to take the risk anymore on a Hail Mary. And that is a rush of 2 yards for Brian Robinson Jr. And our 3rd membership of the stream, Santorio, getting in on the action. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Welcome to the membership side of MSG. Let's go. Appreciate it, Santori. 2nd down at 8 yards from the 34-yard line. Daniels now well protected. Fires this one. Sideline pass is collected. What a toe-dragging effort by McLaurin. Wow. Members room is getting a lot less lonely. It is, well, yeah. I think I still only have that one, 2020 Nick Chubb edit as my only members-only video. Might have to produce some more content, though, in the future, as we will see a review. And I think this one may be getting overturned. Looks like that left foot of McLaurin clearly out of bounds, and this should be third down coming up for Washington. And yes, it will. Yeah, I will see what I can do with emotes ASAP. And the call is overturned as expected. 3rd and 8 coming up for Washington, sparking an ignition in the crowd here at Lambeau. That brings up a 3rd and 8 from the 34. Daniel stepping up in the pocket, take it off again, got first down yardage, but pays the price at the 46-yard line with a big hit after a 12-yard pickup. That's a solid play, though. How was that rolled in bounds in the first place? Madden lore. That's not even a word. Ignition, I don't know. From the G of Green Bay, though. Handoff is to Austin Eckler, lowering his shoulder. A long-time LA Charger with an 8-yard carry. Ignition sounded right in that circumstance. A little bit bewildered right now about the amount of channel members we've gotten today. Did not expect that waking up this morning. That is for sure. Washington, though, taking command on offense. Looking to put this game near out of reach with a first down here, and then a touchdown eventually, and step one is complete. B-Rob again. Inside the Packer 40. What up, Banana Boys? Guys, been the most real-life commentators. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you very much. 2 minutes gone by in the 3rd quarter. McLaurin in press coverage on Keyshawn Nixon again. Don't forget how that went the first time. Same pass, same result, same touchdown for McLaurin. Number 3 for Scary Terry. You just had to have your eye on it right there. Wow. Packers quarters are getting torched here at home, and 0-2 looking like a reality after a 2-game homestand. Not the way they wanted it to go. Brutal. Over-under predictions on stats? I mean, I could be doing something like that, yeah. I know you are somewhat relatively new to the channel, but not sure if you've heard, though. We do a fan pick'em at the beginning of every sim week, as the extra point up and good for Matt Gay. 21 unanswered for the Washington Commanders, as their lead equals that of their run. But yeah, let me tell you what, though. This pick'em, it didn't matter the result today. It was going to get dangerous, but man, thought it would be a lot closer. Given the pick'em. Still plenty of time, though. Jordan Love can lock in offensively, try to find something deep in his bag. He needs it, though. Down 3 touchdowns. That is why 10-minute quarters are important, though. Typically, this game would be out of reach, but not right now. Mecole Hardman on the return from his own 5-yard line, and again, laid out at the 25-yard line. The pick'em should be in my post section. Also available in the Discord. If you go to the About section of my channel, should be a lifetime link to the Discord there. If not, one of my moderators would be happy to provide you the link and welcome you to the Discord. Pick'em's just getting worse, man. 0-1. That must be rough. I don't even know who I picked for this game. I'll have to check. The Pack is getting back to it, though. Largest deficit of week number 2. Handoff to Jacobs up the middle. Gonna need more of that, and in a hurry. 5-yard pickup. Bobby Wagner on the tackle. Yeah, let me check the pick'em real quick. See what I select. Okay, I took the Packers. So yeah, I'm in the same boat. Good to know. Vikings are 1-0. Man, it's a great time to be a Viking fan on my chat. Let me tell you why in a minute. Jacobs now standing by himself at the 22. All Jordan Love on this play, finding his tight end, Tucker Kraft, for catch number 5. Yeah, Minnesota had a crazy 10-point comeback in the 4th quarter in their win against the Bears. Also had a 73-yard double pass touchdown that went from McCarthy to Hockenson to Aaron Jones. So highlights of that will be out on June the 1st, I believe. Or 2nd, I should say. New set of downs for the Packers. They needed this one desperately. Love going downfield, knocked away And let me tell you what, this guy, Mike Sanderstrill, giving him absolute nightmares downfield. Interception earlier, had a big tackle in the first half, and now a pass deflection. Getting ugly. Picking week's not my week already. Aye, aye, aye. 2nd and 10. Deep ball doesn't go according to plan. However, this rush is going to work out beautifully for Josh Jacobs in enemy territory at the 42-yard line, an 18-yard pickup. There you go. What up, John Breezy? We love turnovers. Only had one of them so far. Just a lone red zone interception. Link's expired, of course it is. I should have known better. Discord does that. Give me just a second. Packers back into the Washington half of the field. Kraft is in motion on the RPO to the rookie. And that is the lone touchdown score. Actually, no, that's Romeo Dobbs on the catch there on the outside. Talking about Matthew Gold. Let's see if I can throw a link in chat real quick. I think Chili disappeared for a minute. No worries, though. That sets up a 2nd and 10. Hand off to Jacobs, fighting off an initial wave of tackling, falling backwards with first down yardage. Extra effort times 2. And that will earn him 10 yards and a moving of the chains. There is the Discord link for those that need it. And good time for me to start a live poll after this drive, maybe, of who you think will win the game based on the score and circumstance. We have reached the midway point now of the 3rd quarter. Josh Jacobs fighting for every yard downfield, starting to take over in the 3rd quarter. 18-yard pickup. That is his 5th carry today of over 10 yards. Get that man the football more often. He needs it. He's starting to pop off when they need him most. Extra big man in the backfield here. In a pinpole left side, going right back to Jacobs. And unfortunately, this time, he is being read like a literature book by this Commander defense. Exactly, you got to give the ball to Jacobs more. However, not every single play. Jordan Love has to hold his weight at some point, too. Just don't seem to trust him as much in the red zone. Right back to Jacobs up the middle. Picks up a nice gain of 4, though, over the 100-yard mark. 10.3 yards a carry. Bobby Wagner slow to get up there. Should be all right to move on. Clock is ticking, which means we have no injury. Under 4 to go now in the 3rd quarter. In all likelihood, should be 4-down territory here for Matt LaFleur's offense. But Jordan Love does not want to worry about that on 3rd and 6. Going back corner of the end zone. He is intercepted for the 2nd time today. Center still again. Unreal. Wow. Mike Sanderstill with end zone interception number 2, flying out of nowhere, taking a touchdown away from the rookie. What a play. Well, I'm going to throw the poll out here anyway, but I could probably give you a shot at the answer. Everyone calling for an interception, loving it. That is why they don't trust Jordan Love in the red zone. 4th interception of the season. 3rd red zone INT of the year. Where would the Packers be right now if they even just took field goals for all of these red zone INTs? One can only imagine. Washington, though, looking to extend their lead, their run, and their points off of turnovers. And off is to Brian Robinson Jr. hitting the exterior. He's got a big gainer of his own. 19-yard pickup. What up, Delroy Wilson? I like that. That's creative. It's quite the interesting last name. Very unique. Nobody can take that away from him. Nobody can take away his 2 interceptions today either. Where would the Packers be without Josh Jacobs? One has to wonder. Could be a lot worse than this. Devo dropping that one at the 39-yard line. Would have been a tough gain of 2 regardless. Not going to work out, though. Accidentally picked the Packers. Hey, you never know. Crazier things could happen. It is Madden after all. One thing is for certain. Got to keep Terry McLaurin in check, and here is an outside pass that's going to work out for another big gain inside the 40. Daniels now looking for touchdown number 5. Boy, oh boy, are they sniffing it out well in the third quarter alone. What a Benjamin? What if the Packers do the same thing the Giants did? That would be wild. Again, though, all comes down to how much time's left. Could give up a field goal here. Had the Commies winning the Super Bowl this year. That is very bold. I like it, though. Daniels now motioning out receivers to his right side. Handoff to Brian Robinson Jr. throwing away Quay Walker. But the backup comes just in time, Edgerrin Cooper. Actually, that may have been Isaiah McDuffie. Could not differentiate a 6 from an 8 if I tried with some of these jerseys. Good tackle there. Nonetheless, quite the unique formation here on 2nd and 8 for this Dan Quinn offense. Daniel stepping right, looking for somebody to open up downfield, and decides he's going to do it by himself into the red zone. Clobber down at the 13. 21-yard pickup inside of 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Lambeau Field not had a lot to cheer about since about the third drive of the game. This is wild. Austin Eckler checking in now at running back, acting as a receiver. Ball going to the back corner of the end zone. And in the front corner, I should say, McLaurin has his 4th touchdown today. He might own the Packers. And that means JD5 has passing touchdown number 5. What a day for this connection. These two going at it on the road. That is a thing of beauty. Well, this game has gotten very ugly and very out of hand very quickly. Are we calling night-night? Is it over? Are all my channel members going to come together now to spam the night-night emote? Is this a point of unification? As Matt Gay splits the uprights with the extra point on a 6-play, 79-yard drive. What up, Lila? GG's going around already. Oh, boy. What do I even say at this point? There's always next week. That's probably a good starting point. I would probably recommend starting there. Yeah, 0-2 for the Packers. I mean, it's not out of the question. I personally don't think they will because both these games are at home. They'll probably go 1-1, but I don't know. It's not unrealistic. I mean, they could lose both. But in a blowout like this, though, I don't know. Packers, though, needing something quick. That's not going to help him out too much there. What a flash score. Rooting for another INC. I like that. I love it a lot. But yeah, man. And the Packers highlights just came out today, too, from their loss to the Lions. You guys will have to check that out at some point. Hopefully after this one's done. But if it gets too boring, I understand. You may want the highlights instead. Not going to be a lot of highlights left in this one based on the score. And that is hauled in underneath by Christian Watson again. Not sure how his health will impact him. Probably not going to have him on the field next week, but it didn't make a huge difference here today. It's only his 2nd catch. They're down 28. Really hasn't made a huge difference, which is a good thing for me. Final minute now of the third quarter. Handoff is to Jacobs, and you may as well keep feeding that man. Working harder than anybody else in a green jersey. Lines up at the 34. Let me check real quick here, Trex. I know my perfect pick was already over. And let me see. Find it here in a moment. Packers facing a 3rd and 1. Jaden Reed is in motion. Handoff is to Josh Jacobs with a beautiful stiff arm on Teron Payne. Move out of the way, big fella. Up to the 37-yard line, and again, just the only guy giving effort out there. Trex, you have Washington today. Good day to pick the Commanders. As they carry a 28-point lead into the fourth quarter, Packers looking to cause some crazy chaos here in the final 10 minutes. It would take a Packer avalanche, though, into the fourth period. Love going downfield, slant route, upending tackle into the stomach of Romeo Dobbs. 5-yard pickup. When that's all said and done, time is of the essence here for the Green Bay Packers. Jacobs to the left side of Jordan Love, backpedaling, stepping away from pressure. Frankie Louvu giving chase. And that is a man who would dive at ankles if he could. We all remember him at the end of last year, diving over Philadelphia Eagles, trying to time the tush push to no avail. One of the better, more interesting plays of last year. Just fell a step short of the Super Bowl. Back on the right track here in 2025, though. That check down is caught by Jacobs up to the 47-yard line. Yeah, they should be okay. See what happens. Obviously, the live poll, though, go ahead and end it here. 21 votes in, 90% in favor of the Washington Commanders. To no surprise. 2 interceptions, just the 1 touchdown to the rookie today for Jordan Love. Screen passes out there and caught. Up to the 48 of Washington is Josh Jacobs. Marshawn Lattimore has his name called for the first down today, the longtime New Orleans Saint. Makes a good tackle. Like minus 9,000 odds, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I had it 28-7 when the Packers were driving, but yeah. Love now, down the field, connecting with Dobbs again. Lifted up by Bobby Wagner. Big hit at the 40. Jacobs is having a terrific day, no doubt about it. Fantasy owners will be very happy about his performance, and Packer fans should be a little bit happier knowing that their running game is going. 0-2, though, you hate to see that. Definitely a lot of teams that begin 0-2 that are missing the postseason as a result. Dobbs down the middle picks up nearly a full 10 on the checked out pass, and Washington at this point exchanging turf for time. And the exchange rate for them, very, very high. Oh, how the Mighty Bears have fallen. Yes, yes, they have indeed. Short yardage situation here. Oh, it's second down. Jordan Love, though, likely to throw the football off the play action from Josh Jacobs. Jordan Love will step up in the pocket, looking to take off and pick up about a yard. McGee meets him again. 2 sacks for the youngster, who is supposedly, according to Commander fans in chat at least, en route to maybe replace Bobby Wagner in the near future. Just a total team effort, though, today from the Washington offense, defense, and special teams. But total effort doesn't even begin to describe Josh Jacobs on that 7-yard pickup. Are we ever mighty? I mean, at some point in the Mike Ditka era, some might consider. That is fair. Mostly empty stadium at this point at Lambeau Field, but Josh Jacobs still going to put on a show for the few that stayed up to the 18. Love throws to Golden for the 28-point touchdown to tie the game. Seems about right. Seems about like Madden. Very disappointed Madden cannot provide a large crowd with a good game tonight. That is very upsetting for me. Talk about the future schedule here after the snap. Week 2 going to provide some incredible football, including a Super Bowl rematch at 4:25 on Sunday, which is realistically going to be like the 18th of June for me. But coming up tomorrow, we got the Browns taking on the Ravens in Baltimore. And while that usually would be a blowout, the Browns have had the Ravens number about once a year. So something to keep your eye out on there. Jaguars take on the Bengals on Monday. Giants Cowboys on Tuesday. Bears Lions should be a great NFC North matchup in week 2, as the rookie is connected with there by Jordan Love to the 3-yard line. Setting up first and goal. Just playing for Pro Bowl votes at this point. Hey, he's got mine. He has got mine. Then we'll take a Patriots-Dolphins game into a one-day break, and the Niners Saints coming back on the 7th of June. Just a loaded second week of the NFL. Pass up top, caught by Kraft at the pylon, and they do not give him the touchdown. I think he might have kicked it right there. Not 100% sure. I really don't know who to start for the Browns, man. I think I'm just going to roll with Joe Flacco. I think I might. Talk about that in a minute as well. Got to give the ball to Jacobs here from the 1-yard line. He has certainly earned it, but instead going to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. Packers trying to fight back. Chris Paul type of play. There you go. Follow-up, who finishes the season? It's got to be Shedeur. I mean, if you look at our first 6 or 7 games of the year, I don't think we'll win a single game. We got the Bengals, the Ravens, the Lions, the Packers, the Vikings to open up the year. I legitimately don't see us winning, let alone, like, hardly competing in any of those games. Extra point is up and good from this is Brandon McManus. 16-play drive. They could have used that earlier. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, making it a nice round even number. Yeah, I know Mary Kay, who is the Browns' most regarded reporter, has said Kenny Pickett's the getting first-team reps. I don't believe that for a minute, though. I don't know what the first and second team for the Browns really even looks like, to be honest with you. We're just kind of all over the place, so I think Flacco will get the start still. McManus is on for the kickoff here. Onside kick attempt is scooped up by Washington. It is Deebo Samuel backpedaling and being brigaded on at the 49. What up, Zombao? All good? Glad to catch you in here at the end of it, but yeah, not looking good for the Packers today. Simply outmatched by a 5-touchdown performance from Jaden Daniels, 4 of which went to Terry McLaurin. You know, it sucks for my fantasy, too. I took Terry, I think, twice last year. Never even thought about him here in week number 2. You hate to see it, but we move. Couple of first downs in this game will be nothing more than history. Good defensive tackle pursuit there from Devontae Wyatt, who wraps up Austin Eckler at the line of scrimmage. Oh, the Packers. Just not their day, truth be told. Jordan Love did stink it up. 2 red zone interceptions to Mike Sanders, though. Really cooked him. And here's a direct snap to Brian Robinson Jr. Dan Quinn just having fun out there right now. Why not? Why not? Pick up a 3. Well then. Yes, some other good games coming up this week, though. The undefeated Panthers and undefeated Cardinals on the 16th of June. That is my return stream from my mini vacation. Falcons-Vikings Sunday Night Football and a Monday night doubleheader, as that is a double tackle made at the 49 between the Buccaneers and Texans, and the Chargers and Raiders coming up the day after that. Hey, undefeated is undefeated. If you're 1-0, if you're 10-0, as long as you haven't been beaten. But I think that should provide great entertainment. 2 smaller quarterbacks, 2 very young football teams, just trying to head in the upward direction. Punt out of bounds, shanked to the 20-yard line. Got the Panthers 1-0, but not the Packers. Okay, Carolina played Jacksonville, and you guys play the Lions, all right? Jags went 4-13, Lions went 15-2. There is a reason for that. However, Washington starting 0-1 really shocked me. Giants with the upset win of the year thus far. Hey, this game ain't over yet. Check the stats after the game. I got you. Try my absolute hardest to remember. Packers looking to make things interesting here with a deep touchdown and a couple of plays if possible. Love going downfield. Good start to Golden at the 41-yard line. If they can score before the 2-minute warning, I will give them minimal credit. Looking forward to the Falcons falling on national TV. I mean, why put the Falcons in Week 2 Sunday Night Football? You're telling me Eagles-Chiefs doesn't have the right to be Sunday night? Whatever. Love in the no-huddle, looking to separate his 2-2 touchdown to interception ratio today with a TD, but he is sacked instead. Hammered down again by Dietrich Wise Jr. 8-yard loss, 2-minute warning upcoming. Yuck. Packers fans, look away. Been a brutal week. Got to move in the upward direction, though. On the positive side, it's been a great day for Josh Jacobs. Outside passes hauled in up the sideline. Matthew Golden also showing some promise here. Had a touchdown catch and has had some good looks and some good breakaways down the field. Sets up a 3rd and 4 as we hit the 2-minute warning. What up, Mike Major? Only concern is edge pressure for the Commanders. Got to figure out something, and the O-line. Man, if they could just have that 2020 defensive line back, this team would be disgusting. Post 2-minute warning, 3rd and 4. As Love going to air this one out downfield. Golden's got a step. Lattimore kind of let him have that one, and he's into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown. Boy, that was very, very wonky. Wow. Looks like Marshawn Lattimore lost that football in the lights, kind of took a step back. Matthew Golden, though, able to track it the entire way, and the rookie is into the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. All right. Had to cover the under? I guess, yeah. I must have thought he had safety help. I mean, they should and prevent defense up 3 scores, but hey, you never know. That touchdown mattered for somebody. McManus on now for the extra point. Trying to bring us back within 2 touchdowns. It's up and it's good. And with the rare chance that we get an onside kick recovery here. And again, I will reiterate this every time. For the history of my channel, we have had 1 onside kick recovery ever in our 4 years of sim football. It was a random Panthers game down by like 40 that nobody was watching. And I'm not sure, that's like lost files. That is documented footage that'll never be found again. Could we have number 2 here, though? McManus is hoping so. As he will boot this one forward, bobbled for a second, but held on to. Wow. That was very close. What up, Bolt? Here to say 1-0 and move on. Man, oh man. Imagine if Love didn't throw the picks. Exactly. Both times they were in the red zone. Even if they settle for field goals, it's an 8-point game. But man, that's brutal. Turnover, I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. What a recovery, by the way, by Jeremy McNichols. I believe it's his first name. That's off the dome. That could definitely be incorrect. Commanders, though, the first down away from a Week 2 victory into the win column in 2025. Brian Robinson Jr. picks up 5 on the carry. J85 going to ice it? I think so, too. This game shouldn't last much longer, but yeah, let me know what you guys think, though. 7-minute quarters, are they an improvement over 8? We got a lot more scoring today. Very disproportionate. I'm not sure Terry McLaurin should be scoring 4 touchdowns, but I enjoy the action a lot more. B-Rob right back up the middle. Quay Walker keeps the game alive. Maintaining just a 3-yard pickup there for B-Rob. I don't know the last time I've seen a long touchdown strike from that side of the field. Usually the long touchdown strikes are on the other side. That is fair. It's a good point. B-Rob take bullets. He's not fumbling. I like that. And you would be absolutely correct. First down here will officially put this game in the books on 3rd and 2. Direct step to B-Rob, who picks up the first down. I love it. I love these direct snaps. They're so good. What up, Noah Heron? W game indeed. That will put a wrap on this one. LaFleur takes a timeout there out of spite, which might actually lead us to a Washington field goal attempt. We'll see what happens. This game loves their walk-off field goals up by multiple scores. Daniels, though, in the victory formation, all Washington until about garbage time. Pacers up 1 of the Knicks right now. Okay. 15-minute quarters are reserved for the Super Bowl only. I've been doing that since, like, year 1 that I did the Super Bowl. No joke. Washington now into an offensive formation. Handoff is to Brian Robinson Jr. Why not get the man a couple extra yards? He has certainly earned it. Picks up 3. Yeah, 15-minute quarters, though, takes way too long, and quite honestly, the result, way too high scoring. More often than not. Too arcadey, even in situations it shouldn't be. OT got floored, it did indeed. And this should be the final snap of the game, taken by Jaden Daniels. NBA Finals sim. If we get to Game 7, I'll do one. Why not? Give it a whirl. And this will be it. Time is going to expire, and the Washington Commanders into the win column in 2025. A devastating 35-21 loss, though, for the Packers as they open up the year 0-2 during the homestand. And that is going to put a wrap on Thursday Night Football. Hope you guys did enjoy. Tomorrow night we got the Browns and the Ravens from the bank for the first time this year. Both teams 0-1, stumbling into a huge AFC North matchup. Going to be likely Joe Flacco and Lamar Jackson. But yeah, I hope to see you guys there. Thank you for a terrific stream. And I will see all of you later.